to run some errands. Please tidy up this place.
No!
Wow! How did you guys do it?
We got cleaners.
Cleaners?
You know it, Dad.
Cleaner, it works.
Coming up next on Plus TV, Plus News. Join our news team for half hour of local and national news. Plus News, informative, balanced, accurate, and current.
First, scan the QR code to download the app. The B-Box app works on both Android and Apple platforms. Next, log into the website portal and set up an account. All customers with an existing Benny's account, whether personal or business, will be automatically enrolled in B-Box. If you do not already have a Benny's account, tap the sign up link to register. A welcome email and a temporary password will be sent to you. Once you're all set up, shop at Benny's locations near you to start building your B-Box rewards. To learn more, visit our website at www.bbox.bz. Remember, loyalty is always rewarding with B-Box. Brought to you by Benny's, quality and savings.
In the headlines for tonight's newscast, UDP hosts press conference in Belize City, demands answers regarding Joseph Budna's abduction. Ellis Main returns to Belize to face charges of murder after being extradited from the U.S. And Ministry of Health and Wellness partners with organizations to recognize World Suicide Prevention Day in Belmopan. These stories and more coming up next on Plus News. Stay with us.
That is brought to you through the courtesy of Builders Hardware, your home improvement warehouse.
Every project starts with the right tools. At Builders Hardware, we got everything to get the job moving. Tools, paint, plumbing, electrical, garden, it's all here from construction start to finish. We're also offering a different kind of power tool. Order anytime, anywhere. Pick up in store or get it delivered to your home. Go to shopbuildersbz.com today and save money with our exclusive online deals. Builders Hardware, making it easier.
Belize City, get ready for a safe and reliable e-taxi experience like never before. Building on the success of our e-ride bus service, we've heard your feedback, Belize City. We've seen your enthusiasm and how eagerly you've embraced zero-emission transportation in our community. Introducing the e-ride taxi, an electric taxi service, bringing you a cleaner, greener way to travel around our beautiful city. As part of the transformative Belize City e-ride program, this new service is another step toward modernizing our transportation system for a sustainable future. Looking to book your first e-ride taxi? It's super easy. First, download the Medriva app and register. Then, book your ride. Insert your pickup and drop-off location. Select e-ride, choose the number of occupants, and pick your preferred payment method. Confirm your ride and track your e-ride in real time as it makes its way to you. It's fast, eco-friendly, and designed for your comfort. So don't wait. Download Medriva today and let's drive Belize City towards a brighter, greener future, one e-ride at a time. Your Belize City Council, always about the people.
Good evening and welcome to Plus News for Tuesday, September 9th, 2025. I am Julian Cruz. Yesterday, the UDP parliamentarians held a press conference in Belize City to discuss ongoing issues of national importance. The first topic that was discussed had to do with the abduction of Joseph Budna. On the 22nd of August, Budna was taken from in front of an Orange Walk police station and was transported to Arenal village, where he was handed over to Guatemalan authorities. Since Budna's kidnapping, there has been speculation that police officers may have been involved. Those theories have been further fueled after the Prime Minister announced that the Commissioner of Police, Dr. Richard Rosado, has been placed on 45 days administrative leave. According to the leader of the opposition, Budna's kidnapping places Belize's democracy in peril, as his abduction threatens the fundamental rights that every Belizean is owed.
What has been unfolding before our very eyes over the past 2 weeks is a gross dereliction of the government's responsibility. The abduction of Mr. Joseph Budna, who was beaten and handed over to hostile territory, reportedly by officers of the state, strikes at the very heart of our democracy and our sovereignty. To clarify, this is not a defense of Mr. Budna's past. His criminal history is well documented. Joseph Budna unquestionably is a controversial figure. But this is the thing. He is a Belizean citizen entitled to due process and constitutional protections. The video recorded abduction of Mr. Budna is nothing short of alarming. This incident represents one of the gravest threats to the fundamental rights and freedoms of every Belizean citizen. We know the back, no water for Budna. Let me be clear.
Panton went on to state that the Prime Minister's response was unsatisfactory and 2 weeks too late. According to Panton, there are currently more questions than answers.
There are more questions than answers, and the kind of lackluster response from the Prime Minister's office today does not help the situation. Why? Why now? Budna has been living unencumbered in Belize for 6 years. Who is involved? Who gave the order? What did Budna know? What are the perpetrators trying to conceal? When was the plan hatched? It seems carefully orchestrated. It has been 2 weeks, and the Prime Minister of this country, the head of state, had to demand a report from the Minister of Police and the Police High Command. According to the Prime Minister, the matter of the abduction of a Belizean citizen was not discussed in cabinet. He was seemingly unaware of what all the excitement was about. The silence is deafening. Their evasiveness raises some serious red flags at the highest level of government. If the state itself is involved in the abduction of its own citizens, then no Belizean can feel safe in our own country. Again, the lackluster response of the PM at this point should raise even greater concern. Who is he protecting, and why?
The leader of the opposition also made 3 demands to the Prime Minister and the government of Belize, one of which is that the Compol be permanently removed from his post.
We call on our civil society partners, the unions, the NGOs, the churches, our business community, the Belize Bar Association, who has not even whispered a concern on this matter, and all other interest groups to join your voices with ours and to demand 3 things. 1, the immediate release of all surveillance footage reportedly seized by the police. 2, an independent investigation into this abduction, and I mean strictly independent. And 3, removing from office the Commissioner of Police, putting him on a temporary 45 days leave does not go far enough. From the reports, it seems that this was carefully orchestrated. Budna sounded the alarm, but he was ignored by the very people, by the very entities whose job it was to protect him. The Minister of Home Affairs and New Growth Industries, the Director of National Security, and the SPU should be reclused from this investigation to safeguard against any further public mistrust and to avoid any conflicts of interest or undue influence on this investigation. Anything less than full transparency will be viewed and should be viewed as a state cover-up. As Belizeans, we deserve to know who authorized, who facilitated, who was responsible for turning a blind eye to this gross violation of our sovereignty and our rights.
The United Democratic Party also commented on the unfortunate incident of 2-year-old baby Khalil Na, who passed away last week en route to a Belize City-based pediatrician. On Saturday, August 30, baby Khalil started with a high fever and vomiting. He was rushed to the San Pedro Polyclinic where he was treated for his symptoms. But in the days to come, Khalil's condition worsened, prompting his parents to take him back to the polyclinic on Wednesday, September 3rd. According to the mother, while at the polyclinic, Khalil went under observation before they were told they could leave. After Khalil's blood works and x-rays returned with promising news, the doctors at the polyclinic reportedly told Garcia that she would have to take the baby to a pediatrician in Belize City. During their commute on the express boat, Khalil passed away. It is believed that baby Khalil passed away due to dehydration. But according to UDP Senator Sheena Pitts, that should have never been the case.
There is no reason why Khalil Zaxton Na should have died in San Pedro. We hear now that it is as a result of dehydration. What are the symptoms of dehydration? how is that treated? Some can maybe if they were trying to run an IV, they might not find the vein. But can a medical professional stop there? We can't find the vein, so we couldn't run IV, we couldn't treat him. No. And I say no as firmly as I do because I too had a child who was in the hospital, extreme circumstances. And as a parent, I stood by insisting that the doctor on call appear to run a central line. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what a central line is? When they can't find the veins here or at the feet, they run it at the jugular or at the groin. A doctor ought to have been available to run a central line at the jugular or at the groin to save Khalil's life. The fact that he died is unacceptable. Not only the government is responsible, but also every medical professional who was there that night. I invite his parents, I'm not here to solicit work, I invite his parents to find any attorney and you take the entire staff and the government to court for your young child. There is no reason why Khalil couldn't get a central line run to save him from death by dehydration.
Belizean national Ellis Main, wanted for murder, was returned to Belize this morning under escort by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents. He arrived at the Philip Goldson International Airport and was handed over to local law enforcement. Main had fled the country while facing criminal charges and was later detained in the United States for illegal entry, where he also sought asylum. He is accused in the April 2024 murder of 32-year-old Roy Lee Burgess on the Placencia Road, where witnesses say Main shot and killed Burgess and also injured Maya James before escaping in a waiting vehicle. Main is now in Belizean police custody and will face the outstanding charges. 2 men rearrested and rearraigned in a 2024 stabbing and robbery case. That story and others coming up next, right after this break.
Every project starts with the right tools. At Builders Hardware, we got everything to get the job moving. Tools, paint, plumbing, electrical, garden, it's all here from construction start to finish. We're also offering a different kind of power tool. Order anytime, anywhere. Pick up in store or get it delivered to your home. Go to shopbuildersbz.com today and save money with our exclusive online deals. Builders Hardware, making it easier.
All right, on the one fun day on, the window open and the light may turn off. It looks like you listen to me, Jamie.
Not only that, I even get a new coffee mug where keep my coffee hot all day.
I'm impressed. You don't look like you're so hard here.
Better than that, BL can change my meter to one of their new smart meter, they call it the AMI.
Oh, I hear about it on TV for BL ad, you know.
Yes, man, it don't reach the man better to change it right now. Let's go check it out.
Hey guys, I'm almost done here.
So that when you reach my area,
We're upgrading meters across Belize, house by house, business by business. Always look out for BL logo, uniforms, and IDs. BL will make you know when we're in the area. The EMI meter rollout is a part of BL strategy to modernize our energy services.
you don't need to come in at my house, right?
Come in your house, boss, only if you got something good for you.
BEL, bringing you a brighter tomorrow.
Each year, as we launch the team for national celebrations, we enter a period that really goes up until Independence Day. During this special period, we try to make a special effort to celebrate Belize, to showcase Belize's culture, Belize's heritage, our history, our diversity. Belize at 44, stronger together, rising forever. I think as a country we've always understood the importance of unity. when we work together as a people, we can overcome any challenge, any obstacle. Resilience. How can we rise above the challenges? How can we continue to be a resilient people even when we face adversity? How do we respond to that adversity? So I think it's a very, very timely, a very relevant theme, and I certainly hope that we embrace that theme and that Belizeans will get a sense of purpose out of this theme.
Please get ready to arise and shine. Join us for an unforgettable evening of inspiration, motivation, and worship at the Arise Shine Belize event. Mark your calendars, September 13th at 5 p.m. at the Belize Civic Center with Messianic psalmist Paul Wilbur, who wrote many popular worship songs such as Days of Elijah. Paul Wilbur will be leading us in worship and prayer for a powerful shift in our nation.
Hello friends, this is Paul Wilbur, and I'm inviting you to join me in Belize for a night of extravagant worship and prayer that we're calling Belize Arise and Shine. It's a time to break through.
It's time, Belize, to arise and shine. Entrance is completely free. That's September 13th, 5 p.m. at the Belize Civic Center with Paul Wilbur. Don't miss it. Believe it's time for a breakthrough. Let's be that breakthrough. See you there.
The CB100 is efficient, durable, and has enhanced smart power. Being a Honda, of course, it's reliable and fuel efficient. Get around town with no worries because you get up to 100 miles to the gallon. And it's priced at an unbeatable $2,700. Honda CB100, available at Benquip. Equipment, parts, service.
"31-year-old fisherman Burton Clare and 22-year-old tour guide Kareem Kimar Allen, both of Belize City, were rearraigned today after charges against them were struck out just last week for want of prosecution. On instructions of the DPP's office, police rearrested the men and brought them back before the court to face the same charges. Clare was charged with the use of deadly means of harm and wounding, while Allen was charged with theft of $3,000 and aggravated assault with a firearm. Both men pleaded not guilty. The case stems from an incident in August 2024 when Rikena reported she was attacked at mile 14 on the George Price Highway, beaten, stabbed several times, and robbed of cash. Today, senior magistrate granted both accused bail of $6,000 plus 2 sureties each, which they met before the court closed. The matter has been adjourned to September 18, 2025 for disclosure. A heavy equipment operator has been remanded to the Belize Central Prison following allegations of attempted murder. According to reports, 59-year-old Lyndon James Johnson was accused of attempting to murder his co-worker, 36-year-old Aurelis Garcia, with a piece of lumber while on the job. On Tuesday, September 2, 2025, Garcia was approached by Johnson, demanding repayment for a damaged traffic cone deducted from his salary. Shortly after, the altercation escalated, leading to Johnson striking Garcia to the left side of his head with a piece of lumber, causing a skull fracture. With some assistance, Garcia managed to make it to the hospital, where he underwent surgery. He currently remains in stable condition. Earlier today, Johnson was formally arrested and charged with 3 criminal but indictable offenses of attempted murder, use of deadly means of harm, and grievous harm upon Garcia. Due to the nature of the offenses, no plea was taken from Johnson, and he was remanded to the Belize Central Prison until November 10, 2025. Earlier in our newscast, we shared highlights of yesterday's UDP press conference. UDP Senator Patrick Faber also made a presentation. He's focusing on the details surrounding Belize's compact with the Millennium Challenge Corporation. The compact will see $250 million pumped into Belize's education and energy sector. During the press conference, Senator Faber asked, what is Belize giving up to the U.S.?
What is it that Belize is giving up in exchange for this money? And they said, oh, you are crying wolf, you are trying to create issues where there are no issues. Well, now we see 2 things. It is plain and right in front of our faces that the United States has an agenda that they want us to follow, and if that agenda that they want us to follow will end up in the benefit of Belizeans and putting Belizeans first, then no problem. But where those matters bring trouble for Belize, we have to be concerned. And so I challenge the government this afternoon to be open and to be transparent with us and to tell us, give us the details. You renegotiated the MCC contract. What are the details? Because from where we sit in the opposition, we see 2 factors playing out that are not in the best interest of Belize. What we have discovered is that in the details of that MCC contract, Belize has agreed now to return, to regress to fossil fuel. They borrowed hundreds of millions of dollars to try to find more alternative energy sources. Millions on solar that is supposed to be at the UB campus in Belmopan. Hydroelectricity. We have gone through a whole lot to demonstrate that we are, but because they now offer us back our $250 million, we will behave like we don't know what our agenda is and what is important to the Belizean people. And this, my friends, is sad.
On Friday, September 5th, 2025, the National Meteorological Service, the NMS, alongside the World Food Program, WFP Belize, hosted a multi-sectoral workshop to identify climate-sensitive decision points across agriculture, water, energy, and disaster management. Through this workshop, stakeholders participated in presentations, interactive group work, and plenary discussions exploring how climate forecasts and early warnings such as drought alerts or rainfall predictions can guide actions like planting, irrigation, and disaster planning. Following the workshop, we spoke with Shania Young, Senior Climatologist at the National Meteorological Service.
Currently, we're conducting an assessment of the climate services that we provide at the Met Service focusing on climate risk early warning system. So as a whole, the country is working on improving and strengthening our early warning system for all different types of hazards, and this one is particularly focusing on the climate hazards. So we have different participants. We have been doing the same exercise since last week Friday in Belize City at first, yesterday in Cajalpech, and now today in Belmopan with a wide range of stakeholders that we currently work with. And this will help us to assess what we're providing in terms of climate risk information and other at different time scales that different sectors need from us so that they can plan, prepare properly for any of the hazards and assess whether or not we need to do more than we're currently doing. With the two previous workshops, most persons say that what we're currently providing to them, at least for those sectors, are sufficient. But what is needed or missing is them incorporating that information into their policies, practices, etc. And also for us to get feedback from them on how we can improve some of those services. Yesterday we met with Fortis, we had the universities, both Galen and UB. So they are using the information. Some of them get information from other sources and not necessarily the Met Service, but the information that they want, we're able to provide, at least currently, and we can always work on improving those services to meet the expanding need of climate services on a whole, especially taking into consideration the increase of more extremes because of climate change and other future impacts that we're likely to experience. As you know, we're trying to be more self-reliant and be able to produce our own electricity as a country. They're looking at more renewable energy sources and not relying as much on fossil fuel sources or getting energy from Mexico. Water is important because we cannot survive without having access to water. And unfortunately, with climate change, our region, and especially Belize, is likely to experience less water. So we have to be more adaptive and resilient in the way we manage our current resources. In order for us to expand the energy industry and be more renewable, we have to assess what we currently have. So if we're looking at solar energy, we need to know if we have enough sunlight to go into this particular industry. That is where the data that the Met Service has collected over the years, and that is used to do any risk assessment to determine, like, you know, even the solar panels, what type works best in our particular climate. That is the information that we are supposed to be providing to the energy sector. And just to ensure that we are sustainable as a country, we're focusing on the sectors that will help us to be more resilient going in the, forward in the future. And it's not just limited to those sectors, because everything is interconnected. Yeah. One of the exercises we did this morning, just as an icebreaker, is just as each different person here, there was one simple example of how weather or climate impact their regular normal lives. Responses range from getting up today to decide if they're going to wash, or if they need to take an umbrella, to watering their plants, without people realizing the weather and climate impacts everything that we do. So we need to work collectively together to reduce our risk and vulnerability, hence the reason why we're doing the climate risk assessment, so that we can't stop the hazards, but we can do several different things to reduce the risk and from those hazards, and so we're a more resilient country.
We also spoke to Leticia Westby, the Extension Coordinator at the Sugar Industry Research and Development Institute, SIRDI, about the role early warning systems play in guiding actions across valuable sectors such as the sugarcane industry.
Us involved in the agriculture sector, especially the sugar industry, we need to see how weather and climate information is relevant to what we do. For example, the sugarcane is very dynamic. Adverse weather condition, one extreme to the other, drought and flooding, it do affects the sugarcane industry and cane fields as a whole. So being part of this session is very important, so we can identify where are the gaps, where we can build synergies between the Met Department and the sugar industry, because weather information is very vital for us at the industry to make key decisions for improving the best management practices in sugarcane. A communication has always been there with the Met Department. In fact, we collaborate with them in setting different automated weather stations up north. And so that information is very vital because it provides us with information for decision making. For example, if we are to plant sugarcane, right? So precipitation is one of the very important factors because most of our cane fields are rain-fed, meaning we depend on Mother Nature for rainfall. So we need to see what will be the forecast and say, you know, in this month, it is best for us to plant, or in this month it will be dry, for example, in February, March, to do land preparation. So we have a close collaboration with the Met Office for them to provide us technical support and guidance as to the climate and weather outlook information.
The Belize Policy Research Institute at the University of Belize and the Statistical Institute of Belize have signed a memorandum of understanding to strengthen collaboration on data-driven research for policymaking. The agreement provides for cooperation in areas such as data sharing, filling information gaps, joint research proposals, and training in survey design, data management, and policy analysis. Faculty, students, and staff from both institutions are expected to contribute and benefit from the partnership. The MOU was signed by SIB Director General Diana Castillo, BELPRI Executive Director Dr. Dylan Vernon, and UB President Dr. Vincent Palacio. Ministry of Health and Wellness partners with organizations to recognize World Suicide Prevention Day, and that happened here in Belmopan. We'll have more on that when Plus News returns.
For FIFA to 4-day festival of savings happening September 8th, 9th, 11th, and 12th only. Shop LTE device deals for as low as $149 at all Digi stores and Cellular World stores countrywide. Plus, get an extra $44 off devices when you purchase on Digi Wallet Marketplace starting at just $105. Get the Samsung A06 for only $129 when you sign up for a new Digi Cell postpaid plan. Plus, get an exclusive $44 Digi Save Pass discount coupon when you sign up for a new DigiNet, DigiOne, or DigiCell postpaid plan. Celebrate 44 years of independence with 4 days of savings. This September, the yours with Digi.
Every project starts with the right tools. At Builders Hardware, we got everything to get the job moving. Tools, paint, plumbing, electrical, garden, it's all here from construction start to finish. We're also offering a different kind of power tool. Order anytime, anywhere. Pick up in store or get it delivered to your home. Go to shopbuildersbz.com today and save money with our exclusive online deals. Builders Hardware, making it easier.
Drop it like it's hot.
Give me the real milk, the number one milk, Dana milk, then love Dana milk. You can whip it cream, for Dana milk it is real, yes, Dana milk, then love Dana milk. All over Cayo and in San Pedro, Dana milk, then love Dana milk. Dana milk in the morning, Dana milk in the evening, Dana milk. Give me Dana milk. Up north in Corozal, supermarket and them all. Dana milk, then love Dana milk. All over this land and in Belmopan, yes, Dana milk. Give me Dana milk. Say in Dangriga, down south in Fiji. Dano milk, they love Dano milk. You can hear this talk, cause it's in Orange Walk. Yeah, Dano milk, I love Dano milk. Dano milk powder, probably the best milk powder in the world. Dano.
From power tools to plumbing supplies, paints to light fixtures, at Benny's Kayo, we've got it all. Our extensive range of construction and household products ensures that you'll find exactly what you need, whether you're a seasoned contractor or a weekend do-it-yourselfer. Visit us at Mile 43 George Price Highway, Cotton Tree Village, just outside Belmopan, and discover the convenience, quality, and affordability that set us apart. Your next project starts here. Benny's, quality and savings.
The Republic of China Taiwan, in partnership with the Belize Taiwan Chamber of Commerce, brought a taste of Taiwan to the capital city today with the 2025 International Tour of Taiwan Gourmet Cuisine. The event, held at the Art Box on the George Price Highway, featured two world-renowned Taiwanese chefs who demonstrated their culinary expertise by preparing a variety of traditional Taiwanese dishes. Attendees were treated to samples of these signature creations while also getting the chance to share their feedback directly with the chefs. But the showcase didn't stop there. Taiwanese-owned restaurants in Belmopan also took center stage, highlighting the contributions of the local Taiwanese community to Belize's dining scene. Formosa Cafe, Casa Cafe, and Veggie Garden all presented selections from their menus, giving visitors a glimpse of the diverse flavors they offer year-round. The Food Expo did not only celebrate Taiwan's rich culinary traditions, but also strengthen cultural and community ties between Belize and Taiwan, bringing people together over a shared appreciation for food and culture. Tomorrow marks World Suicide Prevention Day, and so the Ministry of Health and Wellness, alongside their partners in mental health, conducted a symbolic presentation in the capital city. Multiple symbolic yellow ribbons were tied on trees in the Governor General Field area of Belmopan, representing hope and life, as well as encouraging more community conversation on suicide. The aim is to replace silence and stigma with compassion. Following this presentation, we spoke to Yvette Quintanilla, a technical advisor for the mental health unit, who went more into depth about the significance of commemorating a day like this.
Today we invited stakeholders to join us. We are trying to bring awareness when it comes to suicide prevention. And it is important to have the public understand that we're trying to partner with the different stakeholders, and to be aware that the responsibility for suicide prevention is everyone's responsibility. We do not necessarily have to be speaking with a psychologist or a psychiatric nurse practitioner, but everyone can help, and that is the message that we are trying to bring across to the community, that we all have a role to play.
We also spoke to Dr. Andre Chell, the Director of Health Policy at the Ministry of Health and Wellness, who told us more about the resources available to the public.
No one is alone, and we here at the Ministry of Health are ensuring that this week we are raising awareness when it comes to suicide prevention. We have, at each region, we have our mental health clinics. We have psychiatric nurse practitioners at every district, at every health region. So they can call, they can go and seek support from our PNPs. Of course, the Ministry of Health, through our mental health unit, we are also doing work when it comes to, we have a mental health policy at the Ministry of Health, which was launched last year and really seeks into raising that whole awareness and ensuring that we involve stakeholders when it comes to addressing mental health in the country. The ministry is also working in a mental health bill along with our stakeholders and partners. But really this week is really to just raise the awareness when it comes to suicide prevention and ensuring, like I said, to move away from that stigma and to really have more a call to action to tell people that they're not alone, that they can speak up and they are not really alone, right?
And let's always stand behind those who are in that dire situation to encourage them to do right. And that brings us to the end of our newscast for tonight. We want to thank you so much for tuning into Plus News. And you know, tomorrow is the big day, the 10th of September. So go on out there, have some good fun, clean fun, be safe, enjoy yourselves. We celebrate a very special day in our country's report. And so I ask all you all to just take care of yourselves, okay? We'll see you back here again on Thursday. God willing, bless you, stay blessed, and we'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.